right.
And I'm Sarah Redlane. Thanks for joining us.
And breaking news out of Brussels, Belgium today, according to CNN, at least 30 people are dead and more than 300 wounded after terrorists attacked Brussels International Airport and a subway station nearby, using multiple...
Minnesota Representative Ryan Winkler checked in safe from Brussels this morning after the terrorist attacks. Winkler now lives in Brussels with his family. He claims that the bombings have destroyed many locations that he and his family had been at earlier that day. His wife is now in Copenhagen while Winkler is at home with his children.
And 15 months after he announced the restoration of diplomatic ties between the U.S. and Cuba, President Barack Obama will be spending 2.5 days in the island nation with his wife and kids. Yesterday, Obama participated in an official state visit, including a bilateral meeting with President Raul Castro and a state dinner. U.S. officials hope this will be a step towards reopening Cuba to America.
Most Cuban Americans cannot go back home. A political asylum visa.
If they choose not to be social workers, in the end, they will get something out of this to make it their life mission to make this world a better place.
Shakira Edwards, UTVS News.
The elimination of racial discrimination is typically celebrated on March 21st, but Dr. Togo and her team decided to take action today, followed by a panel of discussion tomorrow in the Atwood Glacier at 5 p.m.
So Shakira, you said the day has been celebrated for more than 50 years. Where did it start?
Yeah, Nick, it actually started in South Africa in 1960. Community members went to the police department to complain about racial injustice, and the police opened fire, killing 69 people. So the United Nations adopted March 21st to be the official day of racial discrimination.
Wow.
Wow. So to join that panel of discussion on racial discrimination, do you have to be a student?
No, it's open to the public, and the social work department actually encourages members of the community to join.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Shakira. Now switching gears, Gina Fox from the Tri-County Humane Society was back in studio today with one of her most adorable pets yet.
Yeah, Sarah, she was a hit in our newsroom today as well. You'll get to meet her after the break.
It's a daily medication that she has to take. Teddy, you sit. You sit. And so it's about $55 to $65. Right now it's $55 for a 30-day supply. She has to have it.
Sure.
If she doesn't, she's going to present with some different symptoms. But she is currently available for adoption at Tri-County Humane Society.
Definitely. And she is such a sweetheart, too. So.
She is a real sweetheart. She needs some leash training. She pulls on her leash a little bit, but she is a cuddler. She wants to sit in your lap. She gets along with children. She's a great dog. It's just a situation where she had some medical issues that weren't anticipated, and so she's going to have to be treated daily for that Addison's disease.
Sure.
And other than that, she's just going to make a wonderful addition to somebody's family.
A lover and a keeper.
Lover and a keeper.
Where can they find her?
They can go to our website at www.tricountyhumanesociety.org or call us at 252-0896.
Perfect. Thank you so much for bringing her in.
Yes, thanks. We'll see you next week.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Thanks.
A private prison in western Minnesota in western Minnesota may hold inmates once again. House Republicans are behind the claim that overcrowding in Minnesota prisons is a big reason why they need more facilities to house inmates. The specific Appleton prison can hold up to 1,600 inmates but was closed in 2010.
The Port of Duluth Superior just got a lot busier as commercial shipping season is now underway. The beginning of the season started as the first outbound ship departed from the port, bringing a load of iron ore to Two Harbors, Minnesota. A second ship left across Lake Superior toward Michigan, where they'll make deliveries of steel mills along the lower Great Lakes. And a bald eagle that was hit by a vehicle was rescued by a state trooper on Monday at the shoulder of a road on the Twin Cities interstate. Trooper Paul Kingery picked up the bald eagle and brought it to the University of Minnesota Raptor Center, where it received medical attention. The eagle had internal injuries but did not suffer any broken bones and is expected to make a full recovery.
2 people were injured after a broadside vehicle collision in Monticello on Highway 25. A silver sedan was traveling southbound on Highway 25 when they traveled through a red light and hit a white Ford pickup truck and a black BMW. The 93-year-old driver and his 80-year-old passenger were taken to CentraCare Hospital in Monticello with non-life-threatening injuries.
As that snow melts away and spring approaches, authorities and motorists will be seeing more bicyclists on the road compared to the wintertime. And with that tends to come accidents. Rebecca David explains how motorists and cyclists... If anybody wants more information on biking in Minnesota, check out the Bicycle Alliance of Minnesota at bikemn.org.
Well, there's always weather in our forecast, and coming up after the break, we talk about some possible precipitation in our forecast. Stay tuned to UTV.
The Minnesota Pollution Control Agency. What the fuck? It's what's on the fucking.
Rarely attack, but they can be dangerous if they're of their physical presence.
Well, if the bears are coming out, I'm assuming the warmth is coming
Yeah,
out.
I know.
Right,
Spring
Hunter?
and, yeah, warmer temperatures.
Heck yeah, we do have some warmer temperatures. We've had an awesome stretch of warm temperatures the past 4 or 5 days. Let's take a look at the current conditions right now. Very fair outside. Temperature of 47 degrees currently. That dew point is at 32 degrees, and that humidity is at 56%. That wind coming out of the north at 15 miles an hour with gusts up to 22 miles an hour. Let's take a look at the weather almanac. Today, we did reach a high of 48 degrees, almost 50 degrees. We were so close. But like I said, a high of 48. A low tonight of 27 degrees, and that average, which is right around average, of 42 degrees, and that low of 22 degrees, which is right around the record high of 70, or no, excuse me, the record high is way higher than what we usually see at 71 degrees.
Pigs are reportedly running rampant in a Venice community. The Jacaranda West Country Club Village has recently reported wild hogs tearing up residents' yards.
And if you're making last-minute dinner plans, you may have a hard time getting in some of the titties in some of the city's top spots.
Well, the Yukon Huskies are the 2014 NAACP national champs.
Ginger, thank you. Coming up, more problems for a troubled
earthquake.
singer. Yep,
we're having an earthquake.
Can I try one of these?
Courtney, I would love to see my meat in your mouth. So I've got a burger ready to go for you.
First time I've heard that.
You'd be right to be skeptical. Thousands of traditional skateboarders.
This was a close race, but only for a short while once the votes and ballots started rolling in from, excuse me.
Let's remember that, of course, he played under Roberto Martinez at Wigan, and at the time, he was very much praiseworthy.
Do you live around here?
Yeah. Wow, you're super pretty. You want to go on a date sometime?
We're on there live right now on KTLA, actually.
As I said, the ambulance just left, a fire truck just left, and there's a firefighter there right now, but everyone is out safely. We're live tonight.
Make his first appearance, but in this case, LaBeouf did not have that, and LaBeouf obviously, LaBeouf obviously kept on moving during the course of this scenario.
Okay, now this is just the normal iPhone, is it?
This is just a normal iPhone 6. Yeah, I didn't want a bigger one.
All right. We're doing the reveal. His name's Jack.
Oh!
All good.
Coming up, I'm right here in Times Square, and I know he's here somewhere, and I cannot wait for the moment I can say I met...
I think it was the ones that get you.
They'll need airspace, that type of stuff.
Joining me now, former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee, who's the host of Huckabee, right here on the Fox News Channel.
Say something to the nation.
We got 5 minutes till 2014 and we're going to fuck shit up.
Number 5 takes us to an accident scene in Charlotte, North Carolina. 4 firefighters are hurt after a fire truck overturns on the highway this morning.
If you just say things naturally, it's fine.
Yeah.
Right? You know, they just think and fuck.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Okay.
We bleeped it.
Yes, we bleeped it. Good, good.
All right. No major disturbances. Everything has gone pretty smoothly. They say they've only had a couple arrests related to people who were drinking a little bit too much. Live in West Hollywood.
Fucking hot.
Whoa! I'm sorry.
And as for this job, well, not that I have a choice, but fuck it, I quit.
All right, we apologize for that. We'll be right back. Pardon for us.
We know you're a convicted rapist. This could hurt his campaign. How would you respond to that? You come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of shit. Hey, with that comment. Come on. No, that was a piece of fuck you. That was a piece of shit. You know, we're doing live TV. Hey, I don't care. What are you gonna do about it? Is it nerve-wracking for you to do something like this, or is it more nervous for you to box? How does it compare?
I don't know. It's more nerve-wracking for me to hear us talking to a rat piece of shit like you.
Come on, Mike.
No, because you're a piece of shit.
All right.
You really didn't have to
we're gonna wrap up this interview. Thank you for coming in.
Fuck you.
Dinner outside.
Oh, wait a second. He can't do that up here. They can be up here, but okay.
I should have put the dance.
You got to stop that, Maura. All right, let's go to this.
Good morning.
It is Thursday, March 13th. You are Marcia.
I am. I almost jumped you there. Sorry about that.
That's okay. You can jump me anytime. Not that way. Not that way. You know what I...
It's going to be beautiful for your Easter plans.
That's good. Everyone traveling somewhere for Easter, got nothing to worry about on the roads.
Exactly.
We're kind of done talking about that. Well,
hopefully
Rochester
anyway.
area is not, but yeah.
Knock on granite.
Yeah,
That doesn't
I know.
happen.
Yeah. At least for Easter, you
Right.
can drive in peace.
Exactly.
Yep.
Find your eggs in peace, not digging through the snow.
Yeah.
Right.
They'll freeze. Yeah.
I know. Well, thanks, Hunter.
And after the break, find out which former SCSU hockey player got the call to the big leagues.
And the softball team opened up conference.
And students on the campus of SCSU do different physical exercises so they can remain healthy and stay in shape. Mohammed Ajafian has a story.
Staying in shape and going to the gym is what young people do. Fitness trainers at SCSU share their experiences with our audience.
So this is the lat pull-down machine. It's going to be working your lat muscles, which are located just in the back, kind of right underneath your armpit kind of area right here. So when we're doing the lat pull-down,
And individuals should remember that being in good shape and building muscles is not done just through workouts. Performing each set of exercise correctly and having a good diet are also important in achieving your workout goals.
We're now joined with Jeremy Lagos for some sports action. So, Jeremy, we heard one of our own Huskies got some really big news today.
Yeah, huge news.
Huge news. If you're an SSU hockey fan, then you're gonna know this name right here. 2014 SSU Husky captain and Hobie Baker finalist Nick Dowd has been called up from the Ontario Reign of the NHL, or the AHL, excuse me, to the LA Kings. And with such a talented team from top to bottom, Pat Dolan and the Huskies have their eyes on a higher prize.
Hopefully we can be defending Northern Sun champions, and if everything keeps going our way, hopefully we can host a regional, and for us to make that next step, we've proven that we can make a regional. The guys are ready to defend that Northern Sun championship.
Nationally ranked #1 team in Division II baseball will open up conference play this Friday against Wayne State College.
Wow. Baseball team is incredible.
Yeah,
every year.
Always fun to watch.
Yeah, thanks, Jeremy.
Thank you.
And after the break, we take a look at how much an individual ended up paying for a 50-year late library book. Wow.
Stay with us.
A library book that was overdue by 50 years has finally been returned to a university library in Ohio. James Phillips of Minnesota checked out the book in his 1967 freshman year. Phillips left the school that year to join the U.S. Marines, and the book was sent to his parents' house with all of his other belongings in his dorm. University officials won't be charging Phillips the late fee that would have been nearly $350.
And the Somali Student Association is holding its annual Somali Night on April 2nd this year, and Governor Mark Dayton will be making an appearance. The event is starting at 5:30 with a meal followed by a show at 6:45. Dayton is planning to give a few remarks to start the show and will be followed by traditional dances, poems, a fashion show, and many other events by the members of our Somali community. So,
I don't know, Sarah, would you pay $350 for your overdue library book?
I don't know.
I'd
like to consider myself an ethical person, but I'm not sure if I would show up.
Maybe you could mail it to them and just kind of let them have it and just don't show your face.
An anonymous.
Yeah, and then not with a note. All right, well, from all of us here at UTVS, thanks for joining us.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Welcome to UTVS News at 5. I'm Elle O'Brien.
And I'm Kyle Farman. Thank you for joining us.
After the devastating attacks in Brussels yesterday, officials say they have identified 2 brothers who were involved in the attacks. The El Bakarou brothers, the attacks killed at least 34 people and injured hundreds of others.
One of the brothers, Ibrahim, was a suicide bomber and was killed, while the other brother, Khalid, targeted the subway. Authorities have arrested Hakim Habil Ali Skelton is being charged with a single count of making false statements to the FBI agents. The charge claims that last July, Ali Skelton told the FBI his last contact with the Syrian-based members of the Islamic State were in
A Fridley man was charged on Tuesday in Benton County Court with 1 count of felony first-degree burglary and 2 counts of felony domestic assault. The documents say Joshua Hoffman entered a St. Cloud apartment building without consent, assaulted a woman, and bit her thumb. Court Court documents also say Hoffman was coming down on meth at the time of the incident.
A committee of House Republicans passed a bill yesterday that is pushing to reopen a privately owned prison in southwestern Minnesota.
Dinner outside.
Oh, wait a second. He can't do that up here. They can be up here, but okay. That
should have put the dance.
You got to stop that, Maura. All right, let's go to this.
Good morning.
It is Thursday, March 13th. You are Marcia.
I am. I almost jumped you there. Sorry about
That's
that.
okay. You can jump me anytime. Not that way. Not that way. You know what I meant.
Well, I won't be talking to the rose expert anymore.
I know. But you can ask me anything about peonies. I love peonies.
Oh, flowers. Peonies. Yes,
Peonies.
yes. If you didn't get a chance to check out, I'm so sorry.
You must have had to beat off a lot of American men to get this part. Why does that make you giggle? Did you not have to beat them off?
You had to get the role. Imagine there was quite a few men up for the role as well.
There were. And compose yourself.
Bye, guys. I'm gonna go put some clothes on.
Hold on a second. No, not so fast, Anna. Let's see. Anna, let's see. This is in New Jersey, right?
Be nice.
Well, I just want to talk to her a little while.
Stop milking this shot.
I'm just wondering, Anna, how long did it take you, let's see, to drive?
To get undressed?
Yeah, well, we saw that. How long is the trip? Oh, wait a second.
I think that's smart. Anna, go dry off. We'll see you in a little bit. What is wrong with you?
Just relax.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Thank you, Anna.
Hey, I guess we're done.
Pretty nice fucking weather here the last week of August. If you like summer.
It's not quite as thick. Excuse me. It is not quite as thick this morning along the coast.
I am a Broncos fan, so I'm hoping Manning throws a few touchdown passes, but the Seahawks, they have a chance too. 20% chance for a scattered shower. Sorry about that.
It is another soaker around western Washington, and we're going to get a look at how that will affect your morning.
I'd be happy, man. Rangers to me are a sinking ship.
And we'll check back in with Tom in just a little bit. In the meantime, that rain is definitely...
Reporter Kristen Thorne is in Smithtown in Suffolk County tonight. She continues.
Not really more accumulating snow, but just a biting, granular, kind of slushy, icy snow.
We have not gotten into the worst part of this storm yet. That is to come a little bit later on tonight. So obviously here at the College of Charleston, they're already having a good time.
I compare winter to be the Justin Bieber of seasons. It was kind of cute and exciting when it first started out, and now it's a bit obnoxious and should probably just stay in Canada.
And I said, what are you doing running? And you're saying it was really good out?
It's the perfect texture for running. Very low impact on its dry snow, so your feet don't get wet.
We've seen a lot of people out here, like you said, running, sledding, just enjoying it. One thing, oops, that can happen.
There goes a couple of plows demonstrating what I said. What I said, hitting us. All right, there you go. Here comes another one. There, they knocked it. Four plow trucks, and you can still snow covered. So
let's bring in Weather Channel meteorologist Mike Seidel. He's in Sugar Mountain, North Carolina. Hi, Mike.
Why?
Well, obviously, Mike, not quite ready for us, but let's turn to some other news we're following on this Saturday night.
Hi, you guys. So I'm here with Richard and Katie from the Utah Nordic Alliance of Utah, and you guys are teaching me how to cross-country ski. So give us some bass. Okay. Yes. Now I'm going to toss it back to you guys. I just slipped and fell. So
I tell you what, you working for Marvel, the Super Bowl commercial. Did you get a lot of reaction to that Super Bowl commercial?
What Super Bowl commercial?
Oh, you know what?
To reconsider new rules on integrating schools after an administrative law judge restricted the department's initial plan. The department attempted to include publicly financed charter schools under the integration rules that apply to the traditional school systems. Minnesota Public Radio News reports that Judge Ann O'Reilly explained in her ruling that she rejected the department's plan because they were not clear on how integration plans would be evaluated.
St. Cloud Public School District 742 has announced that they will not be tearing down St. Cloud Tech's historical Clark Field. Instead, they will maintain the field for academic use and practice fields. Previously, the district had discussed plans of tearing down the field and building a district office and early child care center, but they were faced with stiff opposition from some community members, particularly the Friends of Clark Fields. In formal Facebook posts, the group said that water and electricity will be restored, though no major capital.
St. Cloud State will be hosting a special guest. Governor Mark Dayton will be attending Somali Night on April 2nd. The Somali Student Association invited Dayton to attend the event. Dayton will speak before the Cultural Festival show begins. The event will take place in the Atwood Memorial Center Ballroom at 5:30 p.m. Admission is $12 for the public and $10 for St. Cloud State students.
If people want a real-life account of someone who survived the Holocaust, a survivor will be speaking in Ritchie Auditorium tonight at 6:30 on the St. Cloud State campus. Ingi Auerbacher will tell stories and answer questions about her 3-year ordeal in a concentration camp. The event is free and open to the public.
Lent has been going on for 6 weeks now, beginning on February 10th and ending this week. If you don't know what Lent is, it's a religious holiday where certain faiths give up certain things that they enjoy. And they also don't eat red meat or chicken on Fridays.
However, seafood of any kind is still okay for people celebrating Lent to eat on Fridays. Our Danielle Maroney looked into a restaurant chain that is serving a certain kind of seafood that you probably wouldn't expect to see on your menu.
Its 13th location at 801 West St. Germain Street in St. Cloud. The restaurant is known for their craft beers, fresh burgers, and hand-cut chips and fries. This will be the 4th location in Minnesota. JL Beers also has locations in North and South Dakota. Now, Tabitha Netzel now joined us. Now, you tell me, is it very stressful buying a diamond ring?
It sure can, but it doesn't have to be. I sat down with the vice president of DJ Bits and Jewelers today to gain some insight on what to look for when buying that diamond for somebody special. Here's the story. The twinkle of a diamond can catch a person's eye from a table away. That diamond has been forming for billions of years under extreme pressure and heat. When choosing that special diamond, it's important to remember the 4 C's: cut, color, clarity, and carat weight. Cuts include a princess or square, cushion, pear, oval, round, emerald, or marquise. Princess and round cuts are the most popular for engagement rings. Clarity, on the other hand, are what will make that diamond shine.
The clarity is the degree to which a diamond is free from inclusions or blemishes.
And if a diamond has a lower clarity rating, they are
not as beautiful to look at, and they do leave you susceptible to breaking.
Next, the idea of carat weight is often misinterpreted.
It's a measurement of weight, but it's not necessarily indicative of a particular size. So the higher you go in terms of carat weight, the more valuable it technically is.
However, not only does carat weight influence the value of the diamond, the color, cut, and clarity are factors as well. And above all,
the experience should be fun and engaging, and you want to feel like you're getting a great value for what you're getting and that it's a great investment. So we just try to...
If you have any questions regarding your diamonds, be sure to contact your local jeweler.
Now, Tabitha, you mentioned the color of the diamond. Are there more colors than white or yellow diamond?
Yes, there are many different colored diamonds, such as black, purple, and the rarest color, red, just to name a few. The colors come from different trace elements that are occurring as the diamonds formed in the earth. For example, a blue diamond requires the presence of boron.
Thank you, Tabitha.
Thank you, Tabitha.
Looks like the Granny City missed out on a snowstorm, but another one's coming ahead. When and what type of precip? I'll let you know after the break.
Minnesota Pollution Control Agency is forming a new committee to discuss environmental justice in our state. The MPCA commissioner says the committee is one of many steps the agency is taking to begin the integration of environmental justice into its many programs and strategies. In December, the agency released a list of environmental justice goals. The MPCA will be holding 2 informational sessions before May 16th in the Twin Cities.
Now, Elle, I've heard there's supposed to be a snowstorm around this time of year, but I really hope not, because I do not want to have to use a snow shovel to find my Easter eggs this weekend. I really hope I'm not going to have to do that.
This week has been historic in many facets for international relations between the United States... What?
Well, So Ben, what's the weather looking like for today?
Well, I don't think you're the only one who wants to not try not to have the try and find Easter eggs in the snow. So looking at the